What it do, y'all? Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Gang forever. Bread Tuck TV. So check this out, man. Or Bread Tuck Live, excuse me. So check this out, man. Of course, I want to drop every Saturday morning. But this Kanye stuff, it's a lot of Kanye content out, man. I want to touch on, and I don't just want to just like Saturday still be talking about Kanye, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put out like a emergency episode or like a bonus episode. Now this might be two videos because I want to talk about the Charlemagne interview, and I want to talk about the TMZ interview. But we just gonna record and see how it go, man. Some good water right there, man. Check this out, man. So what's today? Thursday. So Tuesday, I go to work. I'm going down YouTube and I see that Kanye has the interview with Charlemagne that we've all been waiting for is out. Now check this out. I remember putting up a post like the day before, like, man, I'm good on Kanye. He's standing next to people who don't value black people as people. I'm good on Kanye. And I remember ending that post by saying, but I'm still interested in this video because I want to know where he stands, man. Maybe I'm jumping the gun. And you watch this Kanye Charlemagne interview, and number one, it's the dopest interview I've ever seen in my life, man. You see Kanye, number one, the way it's just shot, man. It's almost like it could be a movie or a documentary, especially the last part when they're in the forest. But anyway, I'm watching this Kanye interview, and they're sitting, the background is white. He has this art in there. Kanye's all artsy. And what we find out is Kanye opens up with, I forget what the first question was, but we find out that Kanye, it's something that we've always known, but it was just highlighted. Kanye's looking for acceptance. He's like, I started spazzing after or really spazzing or turning into this person after the whole Taylor Swift thing. Okay? With Taylor Swift, I guess lying on him or something, and whatever, he stopped getting radio play. And I'm watching the interview, and I'm like, Kanye, what is you worried about radio play for, bro? This 2018, boys is streaming and everything. I don't have to listen to the radio to hear Kanye West if I want to. I could go on Tidal, Apple Music. I have his CDs, YouTube, whatever. I'm like, why is he still thinking about radio play? And he's like, man, I'm not getting the radio play I once got. And that sent him into this place, man, because he wanted to be accepted. And when you think about Kanye West, when you think about his career, when you really think about it, everything was about acceptance. What's up, Tinka Bell? What's up, girl? We talking about Kanye West right now, like the Charlemagne interview and the TMZ interview later on. But everything became acceptance for Kanye. Like, he wanted to be accepted. Like, hey, I'm a backpack rapper. I'm wearing this polo. I know y'all baggy clothes, but accept me. What else, man? It was just acceptance, man. And it's like, my goodness, man. Kanye just wants to be accepted. I mean, it's something we all known, but I'm having like a epiphany, watching it like, man, this dude is just really looking for acceptance, and that's dangerous, man. You can't look to other people for your approval. And then the interview goes on, and we find out that he lost his confidence. And I'm like, Kanye losing confidence? That's crazy. I didn't know he was going through this. But the whole time I'm waiting to hear about his explanation for why stand so close to Donald Trump. I was really trying to understand, for a person who says that you should not look for acceptance is looking for acceptance. I mean, yearning for it. Yeah, that's crazy. That's why it's disappointing coming from Kanye. I'm like, fam, what's really going on? But we talk about so Kanye is Tinkerbell, you made me lose my point. Let me get back to that. Kanye is Dang, girl, what was I saying? What's up, Marissa? What's up, Miss BJ? What's up, girl? Talking about Kanye West. Well, when the point comes to me, it'll get back. But we're looking at this, okay? And Kanye West it's just crazy. You know, he's looking for acceptance. There we go. I'm looking for him to explain the whole Donald Trump thing because I want to understand, why are we standing so close to Donald Trump? What's up with this hat, man? And he says something that's actually understandable to me. Now, I'm not with it, but I'm like, okay, I guess I get why you acting like this. But he says that seeing the bad guy, Donald Trump is the bad guy, seeing somebody who's not perfect actually win inspired him to think that he can do anything. Because he says when you look at Obama, Obama was polished and, you know, he was perfect. He didn't get into any trouble. I mean, for that black man Obama to be in the office for 8 years and have not a stain on him, man, that's crazy. And I know boys was looking for something. That's crazy. But Kanye says that this is why I was inspired by Donald Trump. My new people, designer chic, most sweet, most sweeter honey. What's up? But who texted me? But anyway, to see Kanye really be inspired by that, I'm not mad at it. I'm not running around here with no all lives matter or no make America great, but I get it, man. Kanye was attracted to that bad guy attitude because he could relate to it. The bad guy attitude wins, and he's like, man, I could do this too. And the reason why it comes off hurtful because a lot of cats like me was inspired by Kanye. You got this weirdo who's doing what he wants to do and making it cool, man. I'm a weirdo. I do what I want to do and I have confidence. That's why we love Kanye. But then it gets confusing when you're standing by somebody who doesn't value us as a community or doesn't value other minorities. Then mixing alternate facts with reality. I'm with you. I'm with you, Tinkerbell. And also, so check this out. So Kanye, you know, the interview goes on and Kanye's just on this love thing. I want to love everybody, combat hate with love. And it's like, man, Kanye, you like deep on this love tip. You know, he was sounding like, remember when Martin joined that cult and he just came back and wanted to give everybody hugs? That's how Kanye was sounding. And it was like, golly, brother, you got to kind of cool it down. But then he later on goes and explains himself, and he's like, man, I would like to take Donald Trump's approach, but, you know, implement Bernie Sanders' policies. And when he explained everything, I'm watching this whole thing, I'm like, man, I don't think Kanye West understands Donald Trump's policies. And I said that in a post on Instagram. So if you think I'm biting, you can go back. It's documented. I'm documented, baby. But I'm like, man, I really don't think he understands this guy's policies. So you have Kanye West just jumping out the window, and it looks crazy. And then after that, and I'm freestyling, so forgive me if I'm leaving out a lot of stuff. But then I watched this T.I. interview. And T.I.'s like, man, I'm talking to Kanye, you know, man, I'm talking to Kanye, and, you know how T.I. talk. And he's like, you know, I'm trying to get him to see, okay, we don't care if you vote Republican or whatever. It's just the fact that you standing next to this guy, it doesn't make any sense for us, okay? And he's like, you know, we champion you, Kanye West. So when you standing next to Donald Trump, it come all confusing because we don't know how to do. I mean, you know how T.I. talk. And T.I. says that he's constantly chipping away at Kanye. Like, hey, man, you know, won't you make your own hat? Then Kanye would think about it. And he'd be like, but I really like this one. Because if I put this hat on, I can change the meaning of it like we did with the N-word. And me, I'm not a fan of the N-word anyway, so that didn't make no sense to me. And then people go on to make great points. They're like, but bruh, how can you change the meaning of something that wasn't meant for us in the beginning? Make America great again. America, when you really, really look at it, America was never fair or great for us as black people. So how can you make America great again? No Cat Fat, what's up, Doc? You good? So how can you make America great again? Now, Kanye or T.I. was saying, won't you get a hat to say make America great, period. That might make sense or make it more fly, you know? And Charlemagne was pretty much saying the same thing. Now, what I am enjoying about this whole thing is there's actually being dialogue with Kanye West. Because what's happening, and let me tell you what happens to us as black people. We get upset with black people and we throw people away. I'm going to talk more about that later, but we throw our own away. But we forgive these white folks. We continue to support these white folks, but we throw our people away, man. So a lot of people, even myself, was like, man, I'm done with Kanye. I'm done with Kanye. But T.I. was like, you know what, man, I'm going to sit with this guy, man. We're going to try to work it out. We're going to figure it out. I'm not going to give up on him. Because he said something that I thought was important. We can't lose Kanye to white people. And I'm like, man, he really has a point. Like, I really appreciate that. So to sum up the Charlemagne interview, man, I just thought that Charlemagne interview was super dope, bro. And I think that, I mean, even the way it was shot, it was great. And he was just talking about growing economically, man. He also talked about that cat Virgil, the guy that has Off-White, the brand Off-White. Man, Luis, what's up, man? He also has that guy, he also has that brand Off-White, but he got hired for Louis Vuitton. If you look at one of my videos, I said it was crazy to take that job. Now, I don't know the money. I don't know the actual factuals, but I'm just speaking as a black man who has his own. Why would you put that off to the side to continue to lift up Louis Vuitton? And I think Kanye was saying that same thing, but he wasn't talking about a black man, you know, because Kanye is just on his love everybody, come back, hate with love, hugs for everybody, and it's like, Kanye, you gotta relax, bro. But anyway, so check this out, man. So we move forward. Now the same day, money. What you, Miss J, what you saying about money? You saying that's why the guy from Off-White took that job with Louis Vuitton? But go ahead, answer that for me. Because I'm trying to have clarity on that one. I don't wear Off-White. I'm a 34-year-old man. I don't wear pants with rips in the kneecaps. You'll never see me with pants showing my thigh meat because I'm a man. I wear like regular polo shirts, and I'm not talking about Ralph Lauren. I'm just saying shirts with a collar and like straight fit, what you call them, pants. You know, I don't wear all the crazy looking stuff. But so the same day that interview drops, and that was an hour and 45 minutes. The same day that interview drops, clips from the TMZ interview drops. And I saw a clip that Kanye said, and I'm going to get back to throwing people away. Kanye said that slavery was a choice. And when I really thought about it, Patrick 7009, what's up, fam? Straight fit gang, I'm with you, man. Straight fit pants, man. I can't wear all the crazy. You ain't gonna see me with my thigh meat showing. You're not gonna see me sagging. You're not gonna see me with these shirts that are cut crazy. That's just not my thing, man. This is not my thing. But I saw a clip with Kanye saying, water's real good when you just up here just talking too much. But I saw a clip. It's real sexy right now. I got my candle popping. I would have the lights off, but y'all wouldn't be able to really just see me like that, man. But anyway, Kanye, we see a clip with Kanye on TMZ talking about slavery was a choice. And man, you didn't have the full interview at that time, but off that clip, I really sat and thought about it. And I was like, man, goodness. Me and Kanye not really seeing eye to eye on a lot of things, but I had to agree with that. Let me explain myself. And when I posted about that, people threw me away. People hugged me, they threw me away. But I think people were just looking at one thing that I was saying. Now, when I say slavery was a choice, it wasn't meant to condemn my ancestors. It wasn't meant to look down upon them or be like, oh, you should have did this or did that. No, that's not what I'm saying. When I say slavery was a choice, a lot of my ancestors who was on that slave ship, they jumped off the boat because serving a white man and being his manservant or doing housework wasn't an option. So they chose death. Okay? Now, slaves didn't have the most glamorous of options, but a lot of them were like, hey man, I'm not, man, look fam, I'm jumping off into this water and I will drown before I become somebody's slave. Okay? So death that's a legit option. You had death. Now you have some people who think like, anytime you use the word or, that means you have an option. Okay, so a lot of people were like, so they didn't have an option because they would have had to be somebody's slave or die. Well, that was the other option, die. I didn't say the options were glamorous, so I do think that slaves had a choice. Then you had some who fought back. Look at Nat Turner. My boy Nate Parker put a whole movie out on Nat Turner that we should have made as big as Black Panther. But we didn't for some odd reason. And that's another thing I want to talk to my people. When we get real life visuals showing us our liberation, we need to support those films. You had Harriet Tubman, who was like, man, look here, man. Slavery ain't for me, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you. So I'm gonna get, how many of y'all want to be free? And how many of y'all want to be slaves? Okay, the ones that's free, cool. The ones that want to be slaves, we got to kill them because they going to run back on and tell on us, man. But slavery is no longer an option for us. So, I feel like slaves did have, let me word it correctly, because baby told me I'm saying it crazy. When you say slaves had a choice, that sounds crazy, but slaves had a choice if they wanted to remain in captivity. Now, for the past day, there was a lot of people were posting all these laws back then. They were giving me good information that made me kind of tweak my thought. And that's the good thing about conversation, man. Conversation, if you're two adults or two people who are free thinkers, but are about elevated thought, you can change your thoughts if the conversation is good and what the other person is saying makes sense. One of my homeboys from high school hit me and he was like, man, check this out, fam. A lot of the slaves that came over, they were children. So when you're growing up a slave, you get older, you think this is normal. So mentally you're trapped. And I'm like, wow, brother, that makes a lot of sense, fam. I got to incorporate that into what I'm trying to say. So check this out, man. We saw that clip and Kanye was getting killed. Kanye was getting, folk was unfollowing him and all that. And just, man, I'm done with Kanye. I heard podcasts, everybody done with Kanye. And even me, people was unfollowing me. And I'm like, well, golly, I do all this great stuff for people. I have all these posts uplifting my people. I've had videos where I'm shown doing things for people, reaching in my own pocket, doing some superhuman things for people. And people will throw you away over one statement or one post. That's how fickle people are. People are so flimsy that they will get rid of you. They'll love 95% of the things you do. But that 5% that you do, people will throw you away for that. And that's ridiculous, man. When I'm talking to my people, they didn't make the Nat Turner movie as big as Black Panther because the powers that be brought up his college rape case and that overshadowed the movie. They didn't want black people to see that. That's, man, thank you, Miss J, Miss BJ. That's going along with everything I just said. Nate Parker, before Nate Parker did, we love Nate Parker. Women loved him in The Great Debaters. We loved him in Red Tails. Now, I may be exaggerating. It's not like he was Will Smith or anything, but people loved him. They liked his work. They liked him in that joint that was similar to The Bodyguard with the other woman. Trey, what's up, fam? They liked him in these movies. They bring up the old rape case, which if you really go look at that, it sounds crazy. And it was old. He did that when he was 19. And this is another thing. We have to let people grow, fam. We have to let people grow. People will hold you accountable for things you did. You be goddamn 40 years old, man. People will hold you accountable for things you did when you was 17. And you be like, come on, dog. I'm a whole different person, man. I'm not even the same person. And y'all still trying to keep me captive. There's that word again, captive. Over something I did when I was young, man. And because of that narrative that white people put out there, black people did not go support this Birth of a Nation movie. So you have and that's another thing. At times, it's important to separate the art from the actual person. You may not like the person, but this art may be what you need, though. This art may be what you need. You may not like the person, but this art that they're putting out may be the medicine you need, and you missed out on your medicine because of the person handing you the medicine. That's just like going to the doctor, man, and they have the medicine to help you be well, and you're rejecting the medicine because of the person that's giving you the medicine. That's stupid. And we, as black people, man, it's a lot of traits we got to get rid of, dog, if we want to progress. You didn't see Birth of a Nation because you followed a narrative that was created for you by white people. That's another thing, man. Y'all finna make me spaz. Let me get off subject for a second because it's on my heart. Let me get off subject. This feminist movement. Black women, that is not for you. You are used with this feminist movement. You are used. Hey, to all my new people, what's up, man? I'm sorry I didn't stop and say what's up, but I have to. I'm in my zone right now, man. So I want to say what's up to y'all right now, man. But check this out. This feminist movement, black sisters, black women, y'all are so dope. You should have your own movement. You do not have to follow in with this feminist movement, man. Let me turn this fan on, because I'm so amped up, I'm getting hot right now, man. Yeah, excuse me, y'all. I'm still here. Let me get the ceiling fan popping. But this feminist movement, I agree. It's a white woman's narrative that black women jumped on. Miss BJ, you on fire today. Why are our black women strengthening this feminist movement, and this feminist movement does not support our black women? When Sandra Bland got murdered, hey man, help me out. If I'm missing it, just help me out. Send me an article. But I did not see the feminist movement coming to see about Sandra Bland. When the sister in Alabama got thrown all around and her shirt coming off and she was exposed by them two white policemen, I did not see the feminist movement come through and help them out. But yet our sisters, and I'm talking about black people, our sisters are strengthening their movements. We are used to uplift everybody else's movement. And then when it's our time to get some of this movement, we're left looking crazy. Yeah, we're left looking crazy. And we're left looking like sad puppies. But so we have to be wise enough, man. The white folk ice ain't colder. We have to take pride in our own stuff, man. We have to lift our own stuff up, man. Black women are so dope. They can create their own movement and that thing take off like that, man. Look, let me tell you about black women, man. Man. It's just a certain way that black women, they go about their movement and they handle things, man. And it be so cool. It's like, man, you see how my shoulders moving right now? That's how black women move when they just do their thing and they make it look so easy. Look at the shoulder work. Look at the shoulder work. Look at the shoulder work. That's how black women move when they do their own thing. Okay? Cindy, what's up, girl? But that's what I'm saying. They gotta do their own thing, man. And when they do their thing, man, people gonna want to be a part of it, man. Man, let me talk to you about black people in general, man. When it comes to us. Like, again, I think I said this in another video. Man, I work at a school, right? And it's 2 black men there. I'm one of them. The kids see the swag when I come through, man. They know what it is. They want to be like me. They want to be like us. They want to be like, they don't want the swag of everybody else. So why do we want to be a part of everybody else's thing? We are creators. We are builders. We create cool. We make things pop. Why are we searching outside of ourselves to be popping? But man, whoo, excuse me, man. Whoo. Man, that's why I had to say, let me sip this water, man. But let me get back on subject, man. I had to go on my rant real quick, man. But Kanye, right? So I'm still looking at the TMZ thing, man. And then now I thought it was super dope how he just stood up and he turned the whole thing into a TED Talk. Okay, God? And he just has the attention because that's how dope Kanye is. So I don't understand why why we're just losing him. It's like, Kanye, I want to save you, dog. Come, because you were my hero. Come back, man. You're tripping. We need you. But anyway, so check this out, man. So Kanye, he's talking to the people, right? And he's like, I was on opioids and I was doing this and doing that. I gained weight. I went and had liposuction. And the first thing I said liposuction. Bro, what's that? What? Liposuction? And he's like, I had to have liposuction because I didn't want y'all to talk about me like you did Rob Kardashian. And that's another thing. As people, we have to stop bullying people because some people cannot handle it. And Kanye West is showing you that he's going through something that is difficult for him to handle. So we as people, we have to stop bullying people. We have to stop laughing at people. See, we like to watch train wrecks. Right? That's all we like to watch train wrecks. We cannot laugh at people when their life is in shambles because you don't know how close they are to death. This cat messed around saying he had liposuction, dog. I ain't never heard a man use the words liposuction. I can't even say it because that's not something I say on the regular. This man said he had liposuction, and I felt so bad, man. And I'm like, well, goodness. Now, keep in mind to who he's married to. You know, and I don't want to disrespect anybody's wife. I'm just saying he's married to Kim Kardashian, and they, you know, do the lip injections and the liposuction. So maybe she was like, hey, baby, you got to have liposuction if you want to stay popping out here. You know, I don't know. But I said, man, we really losing this brother. And he's talking about how he was peeled out, you know, liposuction. I'm like, my God. But he continues to talk. And he's like, well, who thinks I'm, you know, living my truth or whatever? Then Van stands up, and shout out to Van. I keep up with him because he's on the Brilliant Idiots podcast every now and again. He has his own podcast. And I think Van spoke very eloquently. He pretty much told him, man, dog, in so many words, you know, he told him, man, you're lost, man. You're lost, and it's hurtful because guys like me looked up to you. And now you out here standing next to people we don't like and people who don't have our best interests at hand, and it's looking crazy. And, you know, Kanye was just on some, man, my brother, I'm sorry. Can I hug you? Can I hug you? And it's there we go with another free hugs for everybody. I'm like, Kanye, fam, we get you, but you got to chill. And then they had the Kanye, the Carlos, there is darkness that's associated with celebrities. I agree with you, fam. If that's fame, I don't want it. When Kanye lost his mother, he lost his stability. Oh, listen, I mentioned that on the last video because I lost my mother. So speaking by experience, when you lose your mother, It's one or two things gonna happen. You either gonna lose your mind and just be out here tripping, or it's gonna kind of focus you and put things in perspective. Like, some of this stuff ain't worth it, man. It's not worth it. Like, I don't have to trip like this. I lost the greatest loss I could lose. I'm gonna stay focused and I'm gonna make it happen. And the total opposite happened for him, man. That's why we gotta keep Kanye in our prayers, man. I feel like I should have wrote this stuff down because I feel like I'm leaving out some other things from that TMZ interview, man. Yeah, he really couldn't explain the politics of Donald Trump. And he's just jumping out the window. And that's why I feel, number one, we have to learn information before we speak on it, man. We really have to have this information down. I was in her class and she talked about him all the time. He was her world and she was his. You talking about Kanye's mother? You was in Kanye's mother's class? Because I know he was a teacher. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you was in Kanye's mother's class. But, wow, that's Miss Shaman. Shout out to Donda West. Because another thing that's important, social 74-1. Hey, how you doing, girl? One thing that's important too, mothers will keep you in line, fam. That's why, it's important, man. If you still got your mother, hold on to her, hug her. Man, don't ever talk crazy to her, appreciate her. Mothers will keep you in line. I remember I was dating this girl when I was 19. My mama told me, man, look, she ain't the one. I was like, mama, you right. Mothers will keep you in line, man. He had his mother killed for success. Oh, okay. Ain't no love like a mother's love. I agree with you. But I mean, this Kanye thing, man. The TMZ thing, it was just, I like the Kanye Charlemagne interview better because it seemed like he was more focused, he was level-headed, he had an understanding of what was going on. And he said he wants to change the world. On that end of the Charlemagne the God interview, well, I don't like calling another man a God, but at the end of the Charlemagne Kanye interview, they're walking in this field, man, and we find out that Kanye owns like these 300 acres. And he wants to build these houses on there. Now, the dopest thing I heard him say is he wants to create Yeezys, or I don't want to say it wrong, but somewhere along the lines of Yeezys, he wants to give them away to, how ironic that after the Charlemagne video, TMZ put that, I'm with you. They want to make Kanye look crazy again, because I think Kanye was winning some of us back after that first, that interview, because he explained some things. But then that TMZ kind of came out and just kind of, Kanye, what's up? But Kanye says he wants to provide water and clothing for people who needs it. And, that's very admirable. That's something we just kind of have to watch and see. But, I just kind of had to speak on them Kanye interviews, and I might have been all over the place in this one. I wish I wrote it. Something told me to take notes, but I just got in there and freestyled, and I don't know how it sounded. And I went on a couple rants in here. That's what I do. But for the most part, man, is that it with the Kanyes? Somebody let me know something. Am I leaving out something with the Kanye? With either one of the interviews? For the most part, that might be it. But I just want to say, shout out to T.I., shout out to Charlemagne, people who are constantly just staying in his ear. That's another thing. Let me speak on this before I get out of here, man. Like I said before, I just need to reiterate. As black people, we're quick to give up on each other. As soon as we do one thing that somebody that one of us don't like, we done. Oh, we done. I'm done with you. I remember when I was younger, I stopped buying Michael Jordan products because I felt like he didn't care about our communities. And that may be true, it may not be, whatever. In the recent year and a half, he's been giving money to, the Black Museum, scholarships and everything. So maybe he's turning over a new leaf. Maybe he's doing it for perception because LeBron is out here doing his thing for the people. But I gave up. I was like, man, I'm not wearing Michael Jordans. But then I had to look at myself, and this went on for like a good 5-6 year period. Then I had to look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, man, I still have a Verizon phone. I still have Lee. What's up, man? I still shop at JCPenney's. I still shop at Walmart, and these are places who get their products made for cheap by prison inmates. And I'm like, man, I'm still supporting these white people who just take or don't support our communities. How can I just leave this black man? But see, we're conditioned to do that. We're conditioned to hate our own, not support our own. And we need to get Walmart really, man, check that 13th documentary on Netflix by Ava DuVernay. Hey man, that thing exposed some things to you, man. That's why I love documentaries. But yeah, man, I was like, I can't just give up on my black people like this, man. Some of them may be a little coonish, and some of them might be, like my boy Tariq Nasheed would say, is that butter biscuits? Some of them might be after the butter biscuits, but I can't give up on my black people like that, man. Man, what's up, Kevin? What's up, bro? I already know. But we can't give up on our people, man. So I'm praying for Kanye. Shout out to T.I. Shout out to the people who's still reaching out to him. I don't just think we should just throw him away like that. I'm not saying we got to go out and buy Yeezys or buy his album. I'm just saying, man, somebody just needs to reach out to him, and we should have his best interest at heart, because we don't just throw away white folk. So that's just something we need to keep in mind, man. But y'all know what it is, man. Bread Took Rob, Bread Took Gang forever. I'm still gonna have a new episode Saturday between 6 and 8, probably around the 8 o'clock hour. But whatever, I'm gonna put out a new episode. Again, I just put this episode out because I didn't want to I didn't want to be talking about Kanye, But we gonna move forward, man. Y'all know what it is. And like I said, man, this is Bread Tuck Live, man. I'm gonna put out 12 episodes. I already put out one. This is a bonus episode. So episode 2 is gonna be Saturday. And I'm gonna put that out. And I'm gonna at least do this for 12 weeks, see what it does, man. Because I want to put out a podcast. And man, we just gonna move forward, man. But y'all know what it is. Bread Tuck Rob, Bread Tuck Gang forever. Y'all mucho, take it easy. H-Town all day.